Hello, hello, welcome to Quackalope, and today, it's almost like we're starting all over again. Now, if you've been following along, you know that I just recently moved this week, in fact, and so the set you see behind me is kind of thrown together. I guarantee it's not what's going to be here permanently, but it's the best I can do for now. I have a large gaming table coming, I have a few bookshelves on the way, and I'm going to be going through a full set design and redesign process until I get it to a point that I'm happy, satisfied, which probably will take a little while to get. Now, that being said, this space opens up a lot of different opportunities and a variety of different challenges. Some of the opportunities that this space opens up is I'll be able to have a painting station for miniature building and design and painting. I'll be able to have a few different separate sets for large gameplay events where I have 4 to 6 people over to play through a game, maybe even do some live streams on Twitch, to more self-contained sets where I do weekly updates on games I've played, or I do more unboxings, more in-depth reviews. I do have a lot planned for this channel. I have a lot of directions I'd like to go, and right now we're just starting at the ground level. Moving into this new space, while it will be a little stressful to begin with, it will eventually become the space that allows me to create a lot of great content for you, the audience, the people that I want to have a conversation with. I'm really excited to be in this new space. I'm excited to have the opportunity to grow and expand and design what Quackalope will become. But I'm going to need your input along the way. Let me know what you do and don't like. Let me know what needs to be changed or what can be adapted to maybe work better for you, the viewer. At the end of the day, I'm doing this for you, so that I can have a conversation with you about games that I love, about a hobby that I love, about design and creation and discovery, and about just spending time together. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I hope you enjoy this unboxing video of Cryptid. There's gonna be a lot more coming down the road. Despite moving, despite being in the middle of set design and creation, the show must go on. And so today we're gonna be doing an unboxing of Cryptid. This is a game that's published by Osprey Games, and I'll go ahead and flip it to the back here so that I can show you the back, show you the beautiful illustrations, the artwork, and go ahead and read through what's on the back, what exactly is going to be inside this game. Cryptid. It's a noun. A creature whose existence is disputed or unsubstantiated. You've studied the footage, connected the dots, and gathered what meager evidence you could. You're close. Soon the whole world will know the truth behind the cryptid, and you will be the envy of cryptozoologists everywhere. In this unique deduction game of honest misdirection, players must try to uncover information about their opponent's clues while throwing them off the scent of their own. Each player holds one piece of evidence to help them find the creature, and will constantly try to eke out more information from their opponents. Guard your clues carefully, and you might make the discovery of your life. So Cryptid is a social deduction game where you're each given a single clue and you're placing markers on the map as to where the beast might be, and other people are either confirming your suspicions or telling you that they have evidence that proves the beast could certainly not be in the location you've marked. You're trying to strategize, you're trying to use the little bit of information you have to unearth more information from your opponents, so that you're the first person to discover the exact location where everyone agrees that's where the cryptid is. So let's go ahead and open up this box. Let's see what's inside of it. And like always, I'll talk you through each game piece, how it's worked in the game, the mechanics of the game, so you have a general overview of what this game is by the time the unboxing video is done. Just like always, I'll cut a seam here in the box, and I'll be respectfully quiet. The first unboxing in the new space. What do you think? Hopefully the audio came through clear, or didn't. The space is a lot bigger than the old one. Let's see how this goes. Well, the box is stiff. We're off to a strong start. And he comes around the track, trying to open the box. Okay, well, good box. We're off to a strong start. I am struggling right now. Nice box. Perfectly fine box. It's built well. Set this over to the side here. Let's see what we have inside of here. So on the top we have some nice illustration. Same creature here except in red. And this is going to be the game book that walks us through the components, walks us through playing the game, the core principles, helpful tips. Some really lovely artwork throughout this game, and I have seen online that the theme doesn't overly come through. This artwork that depicts these creatures doesn't necessarily represent itself fully in the game. The game's a lot more of an abstract deduction game, but when it comes to the actual gameplay, it's very simple, it's very streamlined, and it gives you exactly what you need to have a fulfilling and quick deduction game without a lot of fluff or story or texture to it. But this artwork does a fantastic job of depicting what the designer and the illustrator at least imagine might be happening throughout this game. We have some pamphlets here for promos, and then we come across these books. Now each one of these books are going to be player books, and basically what will happen is, depending on how many people you're playing with, you'll pull a card that shows you how to lay out your map, and then you'll also pull a clue from this book, depending on which player you are. Each one of these books have corresponding numbers and clues. So for instance, if my clue was number 62, it would say on forest or water. So I would know that the creature I'm looking for, the creature that we're all looking for, has a habitat that is on forest or water tiles. And there's a lot of different clues throughout all of these. Now these booklets don't match, so there's no way of knowing exactly what your opponent's got, except for the back little grid here, which goes through possible clue outcomes and helps you kind of coordinate or guess what your opponent's clue might be. Now we have 5 pamphlets here, and this is a 3 to 5 person game. There's not a 2-player version of it, although I have seen some people on Board Game Geek talk about releasing a 2-player kind of fan-created version. And the other interesting thing about this game is that there's a really nice companion app that goes along with it. So we have a deck of cards inside of here that are going to lay out different grids for the game, along with different clues. But there's a companion app that, if you run out of these or you just want a quicker way to set up, actually pairs with this game and gives you a completely randomized version or scenario. So go ahead and open up these cards here. I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So each one of these tiles, we have quite a few little grid tiles here with numbers up in the corner, corresponds to one of these cards. These show how the tiles are supposed to be laid out. Now there's black bordered cards, which are hard scenarios, and there's clear border cards, which are easier scenarios. There's going to be a lot more black bordered cards in this game, but basically you'll start off the game by laying out a scenario, exactly how the grid shows, flipping over the card, and based on the number of players you have, 3, 4, 5, you'll take the corresponding clues. So in a 3-player game, we'd have one person with the green booklet looking at clue 32, one person with the brown booklet looking at clue 63, and one person with the purple booklet looking at clue 83. So there's a lot of variation, there's a lot of randomness to this game, but at the very start of it, there is a place where the cryptid exists, and you're all hunting for that one very specific answer to the game. I'll go ahead and punch these out, tell you how they feel. Nice thick cardboard, they're built well, there's some nice artwork on the back, but no, these will hold up through a variety of gameplay, and I like that they did these big tile grid patterns instead of smaller ones. It makes setup a lot easier, makes it a little bit cleaner to break apart and put together while still giving us a little bit of a variety or a randomness to the way our board layout is, which is also important. So I'll go ahead and punch out the very last token here. Like I said, I like the way these look and feel. Set these bits off down to the side. And then we have a baggie full of wooden bits and pieces. I'll set the box over to the side now so that I can open up this baggie and tell you exactly what's inside of it. Now this is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to have spheres, which are confirmations that a creature could exist in that area based on your clue. We're going to have cubes, which are rejections, saying that there's no way, based on your information, that the cryptid could exist in that hexagon. So each player is going to have a combination of those. And then in this little baggie here, we're going to have tents and pillars. Now, tents are abandoned campsites, and pillars are large stone monuments throughout the game. And these just add another element of randomness to how the board design is laid out. So for instance, I'll just place a single board down. Normally you'd be using all of them and it'd be based off of this cards type, but you'd also have a tent there, maybe a pillar over here, and one of your clues could be something along the lines of the cryptid likes to live near a tent, so it's within one space of a tent. And if you have a variety of tents out, then you can narrow down your search to any space that's on the outskirts of a campsite. Or for instance, you might say the cryptid does not live next to a monument or a pillar. And so you know that any of these spaces around here would not have a cryptid in it. This little player icon here, just a simple wooden figurine, is played down when you decide to either investigate or ask an opponent a question. So your turn is going to be very simple. You're going to do one of two things. You're going to either place down a marker and ask an opponent, could the cryptid be here? Or you're going to investigate and you're going to say, I'm searching for the cryptid because the cryptid could be here. When you do that, you go around the table. The player either says, yes, the cryptid, based on my information, could in fact be there, or they reject it. They give you a cube, giving out one other bit of information based on the board, and you know that this space could not have the cryptid. This game is all about deduction. It's all about playing down markers, playing down yeses and nos, and trying to figure out what clues, what information your opponents have that you don't have, so that you can be the person that searches in the exact right location moments before the other person. And from all the reviews I've seen, it leaves you with a sense of wanting to play more, or thinking that you could probably do better the next time you play. If you were a little bit more witty, thought ahead a little bit farther. It's a great introduction game to social deduction games. There are a variety of them out there, although the market is smaller than some of your other like Euro games or strategy games. I'm excited to get it to the table myself. I can't wait to sit down with some friends and get a real good look at playing this game. Who knows, I might even have a full review coming out later in the year. But for now, that's been a Quackalope unboxing. I think I've given you a general sense of what exactly comes in this box. All these components are nice wooden bits. They feel good, but this is a largely abstract game. Now I do have to mention, I really do love the artwork and illustration on these tiles. They're clean and simple and really easy to identify. You don't have to search or hunt for what each tile is. The clean, crisp colors with the harsh white lines really separate them from the grid. That being said, if you look closely, they still do have a lot of character and texture to them. We've got a little skull and crossbones on the island down here. We've got an old abandoned railroad track in the desert. We've got some bogs and swamp and moss here in the swampy area. It's those little details that really make this map stand out. It's visually stunning, easy to play on, but has a quality to it that shows that the artist and the game designers really cared about what they were producing. I like seeing that, even in a overly simple, abstract game. That being said, this has been a Quackalope unboxing. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you don't mind the new space too much. We're just coming along now. We've got a lot planned in the future, and this new space will open up a lot of opportunities for what I hope to do with this channel. So please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below on whether or not you're going to pick up this game for yourself, what you think I should do with the space that I have, and what you'd like to see me unbox or review next. Whatever the case, get out and play some games. That's what this channel is all about. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.